Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy 16. So this episode's going to sound a little bit different because it marks where I have decided to change how I do and mix audio. Hopefully, it'll sound a lot better. See, my main problem, and I don't know if you heard it throughout this entire playthrough, is trying to make sure that both I can be heard and the game can be heard. And often I felt like the game was too low. So I have now decided to mix tracks individually, because I figured out how to do that in OBS, and make it so that, you know, the audio of the game is always legible, as well as me, you know. Hopefully that'll make for a better experience. I'm sorry it took so long for me to do this. Hold on. But yeah, so let me know what you think. Wow, you get a lot of leeway with that one. Yeah, so let's see what we're gonna do next. Also, I turned off a lot of the filters that I had for streaming on this audio stream. So, I mean, like, the filters that I had for my audio was for streaming so that, you know, my audio was always legible, right? Now, let's see, let's look at map. Now, since I'm mixing things individually, I'm using the audio without those filters. And so the sound, especially of my voice, should be a little bit higher quality. I hope it is, at least. So, anyway, yeah, let me know what you think. If it sounds better or worse. It adds an extra step where I have to kind of balance everything in DaVinci Resolve before I upload it, but that is not a big deal at all. So let me make sure that the settings are right. Hold on. Settings. Yes. Yes. If I look at this, perfect. Absolutely perfect. So yeah, it should sound better.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
Star Ruby.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway,
And a gift.
why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That
Twice as handsome.
Company.
You don't say.
I suppose I do.
All right. Where's the other Star Ruby going? Well, let's take care of this first. Hold on. I need to make a left. Is my dog with me? My dog's with me. But yeah, hopefully... the other thing that kind of I wanted to mitigate was that I would have the audio for the game low, right? And you'd probably be, you know, listening to an NPC talk or whatever. And then you'd hear my fucking voice super loud, and it was probably really... I would find it annoying. I can't speak for everyone. And, like, I don't know that I'm fun or entertaining or anything like that, but I can hopefully mitigate how annoying I am, you know? Hopefully. So I'm really excited. I mean, so full disclosure, I have everything sort of up, you know, pre-uploaded up all the way until August 20th. And it is still July at this moment. So, you know, it's going to be a few weeks before anyone hears this update in audio quality. And so there's going to be a really delayed kind of like feedback. And I am excited for it. In the end, with anything creative, the first person you got to please is yourself. You know. Is it something you would listen to? Is it something that you would enjoy? Or, you know, have on? And that's sort of my guiding, you know, star. Would I listen to this? You know? That's why I really like having my buddies to play games with me every once in a while, because I think our rapport is kind of fun and interesting to listen to. Am I just bullying some deer? I think I'm bullying some deer. That doesn't feel good. Okay.
Now. Will it be enough, I wonder?
Oh, that's right. I'm hunting for Torgal.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy.
Reminds me of my dog. Only she lived for 11 years instead of like
Lady Karen
20.
will be relieved to hear you got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Okay. Next. Where's Isabella? Over, yeah.
There's talk.
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that?
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you again.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and Oil of Talk? Still...
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion.
Well, my man's is kind of...
Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Go will want to know the stones were delivered.
All right.
He's still with us.
All those quests are done.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
You can, aye. I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Boy, they really have you running around for these questions. The MMO in this game is really kind of the thing that brings it down a few levels for me. I don't remember any fucking Final Fantasy being exactly like this.
Ah, Clive. Were you able
I don't
to
think
locate
7 was
Torgal?
like this. I mean, there were
We were
things that
indeed,
you could
Lord
do,
Spencer.
but
You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought, but one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Sid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
He's a good dog. Okay. Cavil's Fang. Christ slightly increases Torgal's attack potency. Nope. Torgal's attack potency is fine.
Ugh, I'm never drinking.
I know that feeling.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Alright, hold on. Are there any other... Before I do this, I want to get the rest of the hunts done. So there's this. The Breaker of Worlds. Well, that's going to be a tough one. But this one, Secret, west of Rhiannon's Ride, Rosaria. I've been looking for that one. And let's see. Are there any areas where I haven't been yet? There's Martha's Rest. Dim. So this is all Rosaria. Give me a second. Wait, hold on. It's Martha's Rest. Sedia. There it is. So it's in this area. Did I see it and just pass it? Because I remember a thingy. West. Okay.
Come on.
I will never get tired of the randomly appearing, or not randomly appearing, but like the ninja mounts that appear in games, where it's like, oh yeah, they're just there now. I think I saw him over here. I think that's him. Dismount, please. I'm holding to dismount. That works. Hold on. Hold on. He's about the right level. Hi. Actually, let's do this. Come here. Oh, that... Gotta get used to this. Come on, do it again. Well, you get a lot of time. Come on. I really like Titan. I like the gameplay style of Titan. It just fits me. I said this during the Resident Evil 4 playthrough, but parries are my jam. I love them so much. Is that it? Oh, there's another one. Stop. Stop. Oh, that's how you switch. Oh, come on. I got stunned by the thing. Okay, that'll do it. Yeah. Okay, I don't think that's... I mean, I'm after one of them, but... Okay. West of Errands Rise, which would be up here, I guess? Hello?
Time to fight.
You know what? I don't feel like jumping for you guys. Broken hilt. Maybe... Because so far, all of these like bounties have had like an intro of some kind. Like, haha, this is the bounty. Kind of weird that that wouldn't have it. Unless it had the intro before and I missed it and I, you know, ran away. Which is a possibility. But I don't see any minotaurs in this area. It said west. Or was it east of Rhiannon's Rise? Where are you? Up. Meteorite.
Good girl.
Hold on, one sec. Alright, I'm back. I just... Come on. Now where am I? I am... Maybe that counted. Let's check.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Nick told me she was building a ship.
No. Secret. West of Rhiannon's Ride, Rosaria. Okay. Rhiannon's Ride is right there, so... This is the only bounty that has eluded me thus far. I mean, there's the one with all the question marks. It's like S tier. I kind of wish that there was a way to put like a marker like on the field. So, I mean, it could be, you know, the afterglow of the wonderful experience that was Tears of the Kingdom, but man, I feel like a lot of stuff in Tears of the Kingdom should just be, you know, standard. I mean, technically this is west of Rhiannon's Ride.
Someone's brave.
No. Oh, is that him? Is that it? Oh, I can't. Come on. A chronolith is detected nearby. Interesting. You're just the Minotaur. You're just the Minotaur as well.
All right.
Hmm. Hmm. I mean, this is west of Rhiannon's Rides, technically. Ah, there you are. Hi. Why not just... Secret. Hey, buddy. Well, that was a decent amount of damage.
Time to take the bull by the horns.
Boo. Clive, boo. Coming. Not bad. Camo. 3. Come on. Let me parry you. It's so much fun. The Titan is so much fun. One, two, three. Ah. That was way better. Okay.
Miracles will sleep easier without him in it.
Okay, hold on. I need to look at the map. I need to look at the map. Where am I? Okay, so I am right here. Why not say west of Green Sheaves instead of west of... Because... Whatever. Whatever. I think this will bring me to the point where I can have that cleric's medallion thingy.
Is that the thing Tomes helped him in?
Ned told me she was building a ship.
I hope.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
All right, Karen. Take this stone and you're going to like it.
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you?
I mean, yeah.
But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Aren't these worth like 10 million gil or something?
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to, I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that, on account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away.
Ooh.
I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
How can you not love Sid? Honestly. Oh, flashback.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me, just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Quest complete. All right. Cool. Sid's goblet, what does that do? Displayed in Clive's chambers. Cool, cool, cool. That was worth it. For the story part of it, that was worth it. That was pretty cool. Okay.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
All right.
Here you are.
And then
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Then items. No, attributes. Gear. Okay. This gives me increases healing potency of high potions by 25%. Oh. Oh. Okay. So I misunderstood what that thing did. I thought that it increased like potions and high potions together because they're both potions, right? So it's like, well, I have the thing that gives me 40% extra high potion. But that's not how it worked. I am so fucking stupid.
And what can I do for you?
It might not be worth it then.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
So 40% of 24% is around like an extra 10%, like 10 or 11%. That would be a 34%. And
Come again.
suddenly these don't seem as good, I have to say. Because, yeah. Okay, let me see here. Items, potions. Does it... Oh, hold on. Let's take this off. Does it show the effect? No. So... 24... I mean, 50%. Hold on, I'm just gonna use a calculator real quick. 24 times... Yeah, it's about 9%. So that would mean that you get about 30, I mean, we'll round up, 34% extra HP per, which is less than high potion. No. 5... 12 plus 48 So that's 60% of your HP. Or a high potion. If I equip that. Now the question is that better or worse? Okay, so with each precision dodge, not really interested in that. Increase attack by 7, increase attack by 10. The question is how much that extra 10 defense will mitigate, right? So like if over the course of 1,000 damage it winds up mitigating more than the 10% that you would get from the potion, then Badge of Metal would be what you would want. You know, you can also pick, you know, one of these. You know, increase ability, you know, get more stuff. I'm not using it as Ring of Timely stuff. Boy, that completely changes what I want to use. Reduces aerial blast cooldown. That could be really good. Will the Wykes. For now, I'm thinking that extra defense is worth it. God, and I haven't been even using my regular potions. Like I usually go for high potion first because I thought I was getting like an extra 40% healing, you know? I thought that was really good. I am so stupid. I can imagine that anybody who knows this game, who's been watching to this point and watching me make that mistake, is like, oh God, this guy's a moron. And I apologize. But now these suddenly take on new kind of a value. But honestly, I'm not really. I mean, I'm thinking I might put this on just to get more ability points so I can eventually pick this up, you know, and master it. And I'm going to need 2,300 plus 31. I need an extra 55 or 5,400 on top of what I have. So let's reset that. That means I need about 10,000. You need about 10,000 points to get Judgment Bolt on other things. Boy. Let's see how close I can get by getting rid of this. And by getting rid of this. Oh, that's so close. That is so bloody close. Well, I want to learn this. Can I get rid of this? Yes, okay. So that lets me do... What? I didn't math right. Oh well. Okay. So it's 11,000. I need 11,000 in total. Raging Fist is too good though. I really like this. What's my... I really don't like Aerial Blast. Okay, that is so worth it. Remove ability. Have that. Good. I have ignition. So will-o-the-wisps, ignition. And then we put Judgment Bolt. Raging Fists. And then jump back, then lunge forward and strike. If an enemy attack is dodged while jumping back, counter-strike is intensified and ability cooldown is reduced by 50%. Ability can be cancelled by pressing R1 while jumping back. Cooldown is reset if ability is cancelled in this manner. Okay. I think I'd rather have Rook's Gambit there than anything else. I don't know, maybe Gouge would be good. I've kind of fallen out of love with Gouge because, like, you take damage, right? Like, that's the cool thing about Raging Fists. Raging Fists, it, like, freezes time, and you're like, pa 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 pa, and that's nice. But I really like Deadly Embrace. Like, Deadly Embrace kind of justifies the usage of Garuda. Because, actually, I think I'll go with Gouge. Go with Gouge and go to abilities. We'll reset this. Oh, I can't. Okay. Okay.
I'm not much bothered either way.
I think that's good, right? I have that equipped? Okay. Gouge. Ignition. This just gives me a way. I think what I'll use Gouge for is when I've used all these abilities to get the enemy downed and staggered, and this will build up the damage multiplier to 1.5, and that's when I'll use Judgment Bolt. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, let's test that out. Let's test that out. Okay. Hi. Okay, that was pretty cool. Okay, and 1, 2, 3.
Let's try.
Okay, so couple issues. First off, I need to upgrade the stuff. Yeah, that's way better than gouge. Okay. So here, Wheel of Lightning, Pile Drive, Lightning Rod, pull down, Thunderstorm. Didn't I have one for Judgment Bolt? I thought I did. Judgment Bolt. Flames of Rebirth. Will the Wikes. Gouge. Gambit, Aerial Blast, cooldown. Pile Drive, Thunderstorm, Lightning Rod. Which one of these would be worth more? Maybe Gouge? See, like, the issue right now is that Gouge is kind of underpowered. And I'm not quite sure where to borrow that power from. I mean, it shouldn't take long to get enough to upgrade it. Yeah, because you need the follow-up strike speed. You need at least 575. Let's go grind a little bit. In training. Yes. So we get some points. In fact, you know what we're going to do? Just to make this a little bit easier on us. Wages of Warcraft. Alright. So I am going to go... I'm not going to bore you with the grinding, per se. So I'm just going to pause OBS right here, and I'll be back when I've got all the points that I need / want. Alright. I'm back. I did some grinding. Quick explanation of what I got. So... I got this. Instead of going with Gouge, I went with Aerial Blast. I can replace Aerial Blast with Gouge if I decide that this doesn't really work for me, but just the amount of stagger damage that it can do, and like I can set it and leave it and do like other things in order to build stagger damage, this might be actually better than Gouge. Also, when you activate Aerial Blast, it like freezes the timer on the stagger gauge. So very quickly, we're going to try that. Yeah, over in here. So we're going to use... parry to stagger. And... yeah, well, we'll see. I'll show you. You coming? Oh, wasn't close enough. Come on. Bah. Bah. Bah, bah, bah. Pop, 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 pop. Okay. And then we'll do that. Do that. Do that. I think that was a little too early. Yeah, it was definitely too early. Way too early. Come here. 1, 2, 3. Bah. Bring you down. That's pretty decent. If I were a little bit better at timing these things right. Let's try it again. Oh, fuck. Yes, Ah, fuck. I mean, really, the problem here isn't my plan, it's my skill. Come on. There we go. Trying to wait till I have. Okay. And that's good. Sure. That'll bring me there. There. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of stagger damage. 100% worth it. 1, 2, 3. Too early? Okay. Then bring you down. And do that. Come on, gonna do it again. Bop, 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 bop. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like it. I like it. I'm sticking with it. In the training. Okay. We're set for the next thingy. Let's find out what underwhelming thing we're in store for with the next bit of the main quest. I got maybe 15 minutes for it, so let's see how it goes.
All right, Clive. Asterix. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'll do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
What? Who's this? Oh, the boatman.
Have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Oboleth.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Candor has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the free cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours, though I, for one, believe Miss Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise. I doubt the Canvarian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted, and if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door, which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gab for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration, your loving uncle. Okay, so this is a read between the lines kind of deal.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Yeah. All right.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protégé's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
All right, and that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.